At the edges of most college campuses in North America, a no man's land exists between the public and educational realms. Louisiana State University is no exception. This partition, known as Northgate, was once a thriving commercial and community center that was adjacent to a historically black neighborhood which the university had shut out both physically and through racist policies. Now, the Northgate area suffers from a university and community tension that has resulted in a lack of pedestrian connectivity, overall public disinvestment, as well as studentification, which has driven residents north. This project proposes a small area plan that blurs the line between the community and LSU's North Edge of campus while helping to increase pedestrian connectivity, stimulate business and development, and form social and vibrant interactions between the university and neighboring communities. The site is located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Interstates 10, 110, and Nicholson Drive are arterial roads that serve as major connections throughout the city. Highland Road, a small but critical road, runs directly through LSU's campus and the Old South Baton Rouge community. Encompassing the land between Dalrymple Drive and Nicholson Drive, as well as Chime Street and McKinley Street, this site contains three distinct uses: a historic commercial business zone known as Northgate, single-family residential homes that are part of the Old South Baton Rouge community, and university or university-related development from parking lots to student-focused apartment buildings. By conducting intensive research, aerial drone analysis, and meetings with over 35 stakeholders, including the Office of the President at LSU and 20 leaders in the Baton Rouge community, the design incorporates community outreach and urban design principles through a landscape architectural lens. The proposed small area plan reorganizes the fractured land use to create a distinct central green space that can be shared by everyone. The green space has a sports complex that would draw in students from the adjacent high school and elementary school, as well as LSU band and college-age students. An assisted living center is proposed for the aging Old South Baton Rouge population with an attached community garden that would encourage more cross-generational interactions. Other programs include a community development center that creates partnerships between community groups, nonprofits, and educational roles, a pediatric center, and spaces for community organizations such as Career Center, youth clubs, and an educational incubator. To get to the Central Green, ecological and pedestrian-oriented corridors have been established using complete street principles and the existing canal systems. Currently, the canals are concrete-lined, filled with debris and trash, and flood on a regular basis. To create a public amenity, the design naturalizes the canal and creates a link from the University Lakes to the Mississippi River along Roosevelt Street. Not only does the design serve an ecological purpose, but it helps ease flooding and provides more knowledge to the community about stormwater management. The major roads in the site also include pedestrian-focused zones that connect the community to the university, services, and the central green space. Highland Road, McKinley Street, Astor Street, and State Street will all have bike lanes and sidewalks, while Roosevelt Street has a multimodal path that directly ties the elementary and high school together. The major streets contain traffic calming measures such as raised crosswalks and tree-lined boulevards, while one-way streets are utilized in the Northgate Commercial District. Direct routes that connect Chime Street to Dalrymple Drive and Ivanhoe Street to Georgia Street have also been created. The design infills vacant parcels with residential housing to prepare for the expanding student and resident populations. Near McKinley High School, large amounts of vacant parcels, adjudicated properties, and blighted housing have been converted into workforce housing apartments, duplexes, and townhomes, as well as single-family residences. The differences in housing type, size, price, and density allow for a diverse community to flourish. Adjacent to this development is a commercial node that contains essential but previously missing businesses, such as an affordable grocery store, bank, pharmacy, and other local businesses. In addition to the small area plan, a list of proposed recommendations for both the city and university has identified key issues along with development goals. The recommendations outline methods to achieve the goal with specific examples that can be implemented, along with which stakeholder group would be responsible for the implementation. Recommendations have been divided into two themes: design recommendations that focus on the development of the built environment, and social recommendations that focus on fostering better relationships and meaningful social interactions. The design recommendations cover topics like prioritizing vertical parking that is integrated with housing or commercial uses rather than surface parking, to stormwater management strategies and ecological enhancements. The recommendations have influenced the site design and set a precedent for future developments. Meanwhile, the social recommendations cover much more complex topics such as methods for preventing gentrification, providing educational opportunities for the community, and providing programs that can occur between community members, governmental organizations, LSU, and nonprofit entities. Overall, this project addresses the transitionary zone between LSU and the community by creating a small area plan which proposes a central shared green space that connects to the larger urban context and plans for the expanding student population. In addition, the design partners with a recommendation booklet to guide the revitalization of the neighborhood and University Edge in order to preserve the history and culture of the area while creating meaningful and vibrant partnerships between the community, businesses, and the university. The issues that the site faces, a lack of pedestrian connectivity, overall public disinvestment, as well as studentification, are not uncommon to other universities and the towns they inhabit. Strained town-gown relationships are becoming more visible than ever in America, and as a land-grant university, LSU and Baton Rouge could set a precedent that other cities and universities can adopt to create a more inclusive, vibrant future.